Welcome to Xavier College of Hotel Management.
Good morning all. Welcome to another session of our alcoholic beverages classes. In previous classes we have discussed about beer, and as I have said, today we will be discussing about wines. So let's learn about wines. So what is the definition of wine? Generally, wine is an alcoholic beverage obtained from the fermentation of freshly gathered grape juice. In wine, no artificial ingredients are added. These are naturally made from the natural ingredients obtained from the grapes. So before knowing how the wine is made, what are the various types of wine, we should know the contents of a grape. Generally, the wines are made out of grapes. So just let's have a look about the contents of grapes. Suppose this is a grape. It contains various things such as the grape has pulp. It also has seeds. These grape seeds are also known as pips. It also contains the skin. So these are the different contents of grapes. In previous classes I have told you that for the fermentation process to create the ethyl alcohol or the ethanol, two things are most important, that is sugar and your yeast. In grape we have pulp, and this pulp provides sugar as well as water. So we have naturally found sugar here, but how do we get the yeast? If you look at a grape, then you can see a dusty outer layer on the top of the skin. It looks like the dust, but it's exactly not the dust. This is the natural or wild yeast. This particular thing is known as bloom. What is bloom? The outer dusty layer on the grapes which contains natural or wild yeast. So we got sugar from the pulp and we got yeast from the skin, from the outer layer of the skin. So this is, and these are the stems. This is not required. Remember, we should avoid the seeds, because these seeds or pips, they contain bitter oil which can rupture, which can destroy the quality of wine. So we need to make sure that while taking out the juice, we need to avoid the crushing of these seeds. So now we will discuss about the making process of wine, how a wine is generally made. The grape plant is basically called as vine plant. In the area where the land where they are grown, they are known as vineyards. Generally, these plants are not exactly tree or shrub, rather they are creepers. Creepers, they need support to grow. And to grow these creepers, bamboo shoots and iron wires are stretched, and with the help of them, the creeper keeps on growing. Then leaves start coming out, then fruits start coming out, and then finally the fruits, the grapes, they start getting ripening. Once they are ripened, during the month of September, they are plucked. And then the various manufacturing process follows. What are the various type of process? Let's discuss about certain traditional process they are now replaced with the modern ones, but we will discuss the traditional methods. The first method is viticulture. Viticulture is a French term. It means growing of grapes. That means we need to grow the wine plants as well as the grapes. Generally, the harvesting is done, and before harvesting, we need to take care about the plants. There are lot of diseases, lot of lices, funguses that can attack the leaves, the stems, the fruits, and destroy the nature, the character, and the quality of the grapes. A poor quality of grapes will lead to a poor quality of wine. So, to avoid these lice attacks, these fungus attacks, sulfur powder or sulfur dioxide gas is sprayed or sprinkled in regular intervals, so that the plants, they can be enemy free, disease free. So during the month of September, the harvesting is done. Harvesting is done manually. The next process is the harvesting, which is also known as vintage. This means plucking or harvesting the grapes. The grapes are manually plucked. Manually plucked, the people check the bunches. If the quality is good, if they are fully ripened, then only they are collected in baskets and they are brought to the factory. Once they are brought to the factories where wine is made are known as wineries. Remember, they are known as wineries. Once they brought to the wineries, the next process follows here. Nowadays, they are subjected to a machine where the machine removes the stems from the grapes. But certain companies, they may not have, in that case they are manually done. They are put in a conveyor belt where the staffs, they check for any impurities such as leaves or any other straws. Those are removed. Then the grape is cleaned. Then they are subjected to a machine which removes the stalks or the stems. This is called destalking, removing the stalks from the grapes. Once the grape is cleaned and good qualities of grapes are collected, the next process follows. What is the next process? The next process is wine press. That means the grape press. We need grape juice to prepare wine, so we need to take out the juice. But we need to keep in mind that while making the juice, while taking out the juice, we should not crush the seeds, because as I said earlier, the seeds contain bitter oil which may rupture or destroy the nature or quality of the wine. So nowadays in modern world, there are certain machineries where we gather all the grapes and slow pressing is done, and juice start coming out. It's also strains and it gives a clear consistency of juices. But in earlier days, there are lot of varieties of wine pressing or grape pressing methods used to be followed. One of them, we are discussing about the traditional ones. Nowadays they are hardly available. The first one is traudening. Traudening is a method where the grapes are collected in a large tank, in a wooden tank. It can be a steel tank, where people or the staff, they wear special spiked boots. There used to be thin spikes beneath the shoes, where they used to wear them and they used to crush the grapes. With the help of the spikes help the seeds not to get crushed, and the grapes, they are being pressed and clear juice is obtained. Now this juice which is collected, this is called as must. The juice which we got after pressing is known as must. What is must? The juice. It's exactly not the purified juice or the clarified juice. It is just the pressed grapes which contain the juice as well as certain seeds, certain skins, etc. Other process of wine pressing: balloon press. Earlier also this method used to be followed in various wineries. There used to be a tank where there used to be a balloon. When the air is injected and the grapes are kept all around the balloon. When the air is injected inside the balloon expands, pushing the grapes towards the wall, and the grapes get crushed because they are pressed against the wall, and the juice is collected. Same wise, there are manual presses. So there is a large tank where the hydraulic press is given and the grapes are crushed. And nowadays various type of machineries are used to press the grapes and collecting the grape juice. Now the grapes are crushed and the juice is obtained. Remember, this is not the clear juice, this is must, which contains juice as well as the skins and seeds. And now we will go to the next process. The next process, remember, this is the traditional method. Nowadays the grapes are pressed and they are strained directly, only the juice is taken out, only the juice is used. Now we will go to the next process, that is your fermentation. Now the must which is obtained, they are kept in a airtight vats where the must is kept. Remember, this must contains skins, pulp, seeds, everything. They are not strained yet, so it contains everything. Now two things are required for fermentation, that is your yeast and sugar. Sugar we have in the juice from the pulp, and in the skin we have the natural or wild yeast. Now fermentation process will start. This may take up to 2 to 3 days. As I told you, one molecule of glucose or sugar can create 2 molecules of ethyl alcohol and carbon dioxide gas. So up to 2 to 3 days the fermentation will go on, and during this time the water will extract all the, remember, the skin also provide the color pigments. If white wine is made, the water will absorb all the skin color, the white color from the grape. If the dark wine or red wine is made, the water will absorb all the skin pigments from the dark skin, and it will turn into red. If we need rose wine or rosé wine, then we need to allow the dark skin to remain with the must for certain hours. After that they are strained and pink or rose color is obtained. So this will go on for 2 to 3 days, and here ethyl alcohol will be generated. Now the alcohol percentage can be up to 10 to 12%. Now the alcohol which is required in the wine is obtained. But now it is not ready for drinking. Now there are a lot of processes because this juice is not cleared yet. We need to clarify them. So after this, we will go to the next process. Just let me add something. White wines can also be made from red grapes. How? Because if we are using red grapes to prepare white wine, after crushing we need to strain and throw out the skins, because if we allow the skin to remain with the must, the water will absorb all the color. If we throw them, then water cannot absorb any dark color and white wine will be obtained. So this term is known as blanc de noix. Noix means dark, is the French term of dark is noix, that means white wine from red grapes. Then there is another term, that is blanc de blanc, which means white wine from white grapes. Here white wine from red grapes, white wine from white grapes. How we will get white wine from red grapes? We need to remove the skin before the fermentation. If we retain the skin along with the must till the fermentation is over, then the water will absorb the color pigments and it will turn into red. If we need rose wine, then we need to allow the dark skin to remain with the must for few hours. Then only we need to throw out. Then only these wines will be obtained. The next process The next process after fermentation is racking. Remember, the juice, the fermented juice is not clarified yet, it is not cleared yet. It has a lot of heavy and light sediments presented in it, such as it has pips or seeds, it has skin, it has pulp, etc., it has stems, etc. So we need to remove them. So in racking, remember, this is traditional process. Nowadays these processes are not at all used. Everything, the racking, fining, everything is done mechanically. Racking is completely avoided now, but this is a traditional process. In earlier days they used to store the grapes. They used to store the grapes in oak wood casks. And what happens if you store them? This must, the heavy sediments such as the pips, the skins, they settle in the bottom, and the clear wine is siphoned off through pipes to another cask. So this is how the racking is done. This can go up to for 6 months. So heavy sediments are removed. Still there are chances that wine is still not clear. Why? Because there must be some light sediments which cannot settle in the bottom, which must be floating on the water or on the juice. So we need to clarify them. For clarifying them, fining is done. Fining is to refine the consistency of the wine. The wine is fined using certain ingredients such as your egg albumen. What is egg albumen? It is the stiffly beaten egg white. If we beat the egg white, it will get a thick stiff consistency. We need to float them. What will happen? This has cleansing power. They will attract all the dirty sediments, the light skin pigments, the skin sediments, etc. Then it will attract towards it, and then it is cleared. It is removed and the clear wine is obtained. After fining, the wines are taken for maturation. Maturation gives wine a proper body, a consistency. Maturation can be done for years. Nowadays, a lot of wines are not even matured. Many people like young wine. Young wines are matured for a very short period, that can be of 6 months to 1 year. Then we have medium bodied wines. Medium bodied wines can be stored or matured up to 5 years. Then we have heavy bodied or full bodied wines which can be matured more than 10 years. Now, this maturation is always done in old oak wood casks. Remember, the casks which are prepared from oak wood, the tree has to be at least 60 years old. Then only it is good for preparing the casks. And the oak wood has certain qualities which is helpful for the maturation of wine, such as oak wood has its own aroma, own flavor, which gives a body to the wine, and also little bit oxidization can be occur, which is required for fermentation. Remember, too much oxidization will destroy the nature of the alcohol and the alcohol will turn into vinegar, but little bit amount of oxidization is definitely required. It allows the oak wood allows the little bit amount of air to flow in, which is required for the fermentation, but not too much, and it provides a particular flavor and aroma to the wine. Now, wine is matured. After maturation, various type of bodies are obtained, such as light bodied wine, medium, and full bodied wine. Full bodied wines are matured for a longer period. Medium bodied wines are matured for 3 to 5 years, and young wines or light bodied wines are hardly matured for 1 year to 3 years. Now, the maturation is done. After maturation, the wines are put in bottles and the cork is applied, labeling is done, and now they are ready to send to the market. This is how the wine is prepared. So guys, today we discuss about the manufacturing process and the various types of wines. Tomorrow we will discuss thoroughly about the sparkling wines. What is sparkling wine? How sparkling wine is made? What are the various types of sparkling wines? Why they are so special? We will thoroughly learn about it. And as of today, if you have any doubts, please put your doubts on the comment section, or again send us a mail or call us in our college number and get your doubts cleared. Have a great day, guys.